Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back, everybody, to another fantastic TLOU Part 2 breakdown speculation video. The new trailer just dropped yesterday, and it is intense. Absolutely intense. In this trailer, we're going to break down the theme, the mood, the feeling, and potentially spoilers ahead. So I want to go ahead and announce now that I've been going back and forth with my Twitter buddy, Lucas, at KStat37. Make sure to follow him. He is all things The Last of Us. Fantastic, guys. So Lucas, shout out to you. You're definitely my TLOU buddy. Anytime I want to speculate, I always go to Lucas. All right, so I approached Lucas with some speculations of my own, and that's what we're going to dibble-dabble in. He responded back and thinks that we both agree that we're on to something. So, again, potential spoilers. If you do not want to know the theme, if you possibly don't want anything spoiled at all, because I may say something and it's going to turn out 100% true, and I'm going to tell you right now, I'm pretty confident on what I'm about to potentially spoil for you. So, you've been warned. Stop the video now or just put it mute. I don't know. Yeah, just stop it now. So, to everybody else who's ready for some speculations, all I can say is buckle up, okay? Kick your feet up, crack open your favorite beverage, and sit back and enjoy. So, for starters, the trailer is intense, but there's one key moment, okay? And I'm going to bring up an image right here. This image shows Ellie unconscious laying on the ground, while Dina is absolutely the one holding the gun, shooting the clicker. Okay, so let's think about that now. Dina is there, okay, shooting the clicker. Ellie is unconscious. Do we get to play as Dina? I don't know about that. I seriously doubt it. But this is where I'm going with this. Left Behind DLC. Okay, and when I say Left Behind, this is the theme that the game is going to potentially base itself off of. Remember, Neil Druckmann said in the first one, the theme was love, and that Last of Us Part 2, it's going to be hate. And I have the theme on what's going on. So by the trailer, you know that Dina dies, and that's going to enrage Ellie to find and kill every last one of them. But what I want you to think about is the theme that we're starting the game in. The Left Behind DLC showed you some insights that you didn't get to see during the actual game itself, the core campaign. And that's when Joel fell off the balcony, or was pushed off the balcony, potentially to his death. He landed on a piece of rebar and impaled himself, and Ellie was left to struggle her way, dragging him out of Utah, getting his ass on a horse, and heading up for the mountains. So this is where the Left Behind concept comes to The Last of Us Part 2. So, Ellie is unconscious, okay? She's probably impaled as well. We don't know. We see her fall flat back, and the camera cuts away. So we see her fall, so she could have a potentially bruised ribs, unconscious. She could be in a coma for all we know, or she could be also impaled. So this is where Dina comes in. Now Dina has to loot and pillage. She has to find the bandages. She has to find clothing. She has to find you a blanket. She has to take care of you, get you some penicillin, some get you a fucking tetanus shot or something, okay? But this is where the Left Behind concept, because you had to do the same thing while Joel was unconscious. You locked him in that mall behind the shutter gate, and you locked him in there while you went and loot and pillaged. Now, that's where this core essence is coming for the beginning of The Last of Us Part 2. Sound off down below if you agree, but I really think we are on to something. So that's what's going on. Ellie wakes up out of her 4-day coma or whatever, and Dina is gone. Where is Dina? Dina potentially leaves a note. Okay, Ellie, you've been asleep for 2 days. I'm going out to find supplies. We can't wait any longer. And now Dina's not returned, so now Ellie's going into full panic mode. Okay, so now we got Ellie searching for Dina. She comes across that cabin with the glowing fire pit light, and she goes into the basement, and we're assuming she finds Dina. Okay, and Dina's being tortured, and they beat the shit out of Ellie. Okay, and you hear the gunshot, and you hear that blood-curdling scream from Ellie. It makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. It's horrifying. And then it cuts away to Ellie covered and battered in bruises. So this is my next speculation. After that gunshot went off, Did she go into blood rage? Was she able to break away from her subduers? Was she able to escape? Because that's what I'm assuming. That's where we're at. She was able to escape with her life. Because you saw the bruises, you saw the contusions, you saw the gashes, and areas that obviously needed attention medically, stitches and penicillin. Now, we see her recovered, and we see Tommy at the door. Tommy warns her, you don't know what they're capable of. We don't know what kind of weapons they have. We don't know how large of a gathering they are. Who are they? We really don't know. We know that some of them are wearing these Robin Hood outfits with bows and arrows, and then we see some of them in juggernaut trench coats carrying around giant sledgies. We really don't know who they are. If you guys know exactly who they are, participate and conversate down below, because we need to speculate. So, quote, I'm going to find and I'm going to kill every last one of them. Who are they? That's going to be a speculation in the next video. But let's go ahead and finish today's video. So she wakes up, she searches, she finds her. We're assuming it was Dina in that basement. We're assuming it was Dina in that basement who's dead. That's what is filling her blood-fueled rage. Tommy warned her about it. Now she's saying, you can't stop me. She's going on to her own. She's got to do this. So now she's traversing the terrain. Probably, I think we're in Seattle. Okay, I think we dubbed that to be true. We're in Seattle. So now she's got to go possibly to the East Coast or the Midwest. We don't know. Okay, we're going to come across new characters. We're going to come across new allies, new enemies. It's going to be fantastic. In the video, you can see bloaters. You can see the clicker. You can see just the infected with the cordyceps coming out of their eyes, especially the moment when one of them lunges at Ellie through the driver's side window or passenger side window, excuse me. All right, so now we know what's going on. We know the infected's real. We know it's scary as fuck. Now, Joel. We're going to wrap the video up with Joel. Yes, Joel is alive. This is fantastic. I got goosebumps talking about it right now. Now we're going to dabble into where did Joel go? Okay, Ellie says, what are you doing here? Okay, let's back it up right before that. Okay, what are you doing here? That tells me that Joel left. Okay, maybe to go back to Lincoln City and live with Bill. Okay, maybe to grieve. Okay, maybe the sheer guilt and depression knowing that he lied to Ellie was enough to drive him out into somewhere other than the safe area. Okay, maybe he became recluse. Maybe he became so recluse that he became antisocial. He became misanthrope. That means you just don't like people. Okay, we don't know what went over the edge to make Joel crack, but he's gone. We know that. And Ellie is surprised to see him. What are you doing here? And he says, I can't let you go alone at doing this. So we know that potentially 1/3, maybe even 2/3 into the game, maybe the under halfway point, Joel's going to be introduced as potentially a companion. Okay, now we're going to have Joel to, use as an ally, to call out shots. Like Ellie used to sneak up behind people and stab him in the back with the knife. What's Joel going to do? He's going to walk around carrying a spiked bat. Okay, he's going to be obviously addictive to shooting his own weapons, okay, because this game, Naughty Dog, is revolutionary. We don't know what they're capable of doing. We're seen riding horses. We're seen in vehicles. I now see a pit bull. There's a quick clip of Ellie fighting off a pit bull, or it appears to be a pit bull. So much going on in this game. The close quarters combat is insane. Absolutely insane and intense. All right. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up the video with that. We know the core presence, the left behind. We know Ellie is unconscious. We can see that in the still that I showed you guys. We know that we're going on to an intense quest. Tommy's trying to stop us, and Joel rallies up with us. So there's a lot going on here, guys. There is a lot going on. Awesome. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit the indicator of that upward thumb. I would greatly appreciate it. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.